Oh, I think we're on, I do believe. Yes, I think we're on. That was a bit of a very quick introduction. Didn't realise you had actually started the stream, Louise. Well done.
Sorry, I didn't know I had either. 30 seconds we've been on.
Well, I hope you haven't been saying anything naughty.
Well, I know I didn't, because I generally don't see naughty things.
You wouldn't.
That would be your department.
So lovely. Good. Yeah, there was no introduction today. The phone that we use to play it is a shop phone, and no one's kept it charged, so apologies for that.
He's been muttering about that, you probably heard.
Good. How's everyone today? Yeah, these Mondays come round really, really fast and furious these days. It's the month of decay, as Louise likes to say, but I think it's still nice. It's still lovely. The sunshine.
I never said it wasn't.
And it's lovely, lovely and warm as well today.
It's warm, but if you start to see signs of autumn now, don't you?
Go past
the
this.
Start to drop.
The horse chestnut tree, I was going to say.
Okay.
These conkers are starting. Yeah, we saw them this morning. Yeah, the leaves are starting to change, and things are happening. Anyway.
You just notice the very subtle start of month of decay.
Good, and yeah.
But I love the autumn.
So we have another very special announcement regarding our lovely Louise, and I'm sure she'll want to tell you all about it.
Oh yes, that's me, isn't it?
That's you.
I went back to GIA London on Friday. Well, I went up Thursday, stayed Friday. Because I sat my diamonds and diamond grading practical exam.
Theory
exam, sorry. I'd done the practical the week before, which I told you about last week.
Yes.
Which is why we weren't here.
The previous one?
The previous week. But what I didn't tell you, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I was really nervous about it, was that I had scheduled in my theory exam.
Yes.
And I'm absolutely delighted to say that I passed.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's amazing news, because I've been working on that for the last 12 months.
Non-stop.
Behind the scenes. Distance learning with GIA. So the exam is proctored, so you have to find somebody responsible who will supervise you to sit it, or go to a GIA, approved GIA headquarters, I guess, to sit it. So that's what I did.
And you passed.
And I passed.
Go on, tell them how much you got.
I got 96.
96%.
I worked really hard, didn't I?
You
I
did.
did loads
You
and loads
did,
of work. So you do 20 assignments, and you get 10 months, I think, to complete the assignments.
Yes.
So that's all done at home or distance learning. Well, not even at home. You can do it wherever you like, can't you?
Yes.
So that's done independently, but you work through the material, which is just so detailed and so easy to understand, but it's kind of like helps you understand very complex ideas and concepts, I guess, science.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was absolutely amazing. So I'm still waiting to have it confirmed by GIA.
And that's basically why we haven't done anything on social media. I've got the reel all ready to go. I got it all edited, got the music, but you wouldn't let me post it because you haven't physically
I'm
got.
Waiting. Yeah, so I'm
even
looking.
Though you got the
marks I'm waiting for California to wake up so they can see my email to say, what do I do now?
You've got the marks. You had the certificate from the practical,
yeah,
but you haven't got anything from the theory yet, and it's that you're waiting for.
I've got like an unofficial transcript on
everyone.
My GIA Blackboard login.
Yes,
that's all on there. But yeah, I'm just waiting for it to be official.
So that's excellent news.
But I passed the exam.
So what are you now?
Well, hopefully, when it's all done and dusted and checked, I'll be GIA Diamond Graduate, or Graduate Diamonds. Graduate Diamonds, yeah.
Graduate Diamonds.
Yeah, so that'll be my diamond diploma complete, so that's that part of it done and dusted. And
what does that enable you to do? Grade diamonds.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is something that is.
It's not just grading diamonds, though. You learn about how they form.
The colours.
Laboratory grown diamonds. Yeah, what gives colour, what causes colour. It's just a lot.
It is.
Yeah, and I can highly recommend it. It is a big commitment in terms of the work that you have to do, and especially if you want to get 96%. Yeah, and the lab class is quite intense, but it's great. It's really, I just wish I could go back and do it again and enjoy it more, knowing now what I know. What I know now. Yes. So that would be my advice, I think. Go and enjoy it and don't stress like I did.
and yeah, but this is all going, obviously you're doing this because you want to do it, but also is going towards IRV, which
hopefully,
is
independent
registered valuer.
Institute registered valuer, National Association of Jewellers Institute registered valuer.
Yes.
So they obviously regulate the trade in the UK.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is what it's all leading up to, isn't it?
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, still got quite a bit of work to do, but yeah.
It's good. It's all good.
Yeah,
all
it's
good.
really exciting.
I've had to put another shelf on the wall downstairs in the shop to put all your certificates on now. Yeah. Mine have been pushed to the edge and you've got now 3 shelves with all your certificates on. So it's very impressive.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
We're going to do a podcast, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we should do that very soon.
Yeah, definitely, because there were some quite funny moments.
It's fresh in your mind, and we should do it very soon.
And if anybody wants to know what it's like studying at GIA or with GIA, come and have a chat, because I can tell you what it's like. I had such a positive experience. Brilliant.
And talking about coming to have a chat, we are also at Olympia at the end of this month. I think it's the end of August, beginning of September, 31st of August, 1st of September. Louise and I are at Olympia. We are on the HS Walsh stand again this year, and you are welcome to come and see us. That's why that's in the shot.
What is that? It looks like
a dog collar.
One of those things to stop the dog licking its operation or whatever.
It's a cone that you take a photograph through to get nice even lighting all the way around with no reflections and no shadows. But it wasn't quite right when I had it. It's all a bit lopsided, but that's what that is anyway. Yes, so please do come and see us. We're on the HS Walsh stand at Olympia. Go to, I think it's Jewellery London, search for Jewellery London. You need to be part of the trade, but all you really need to do is fill out the information, put in a photo ID of you, and also like an invoice, say from Cookson's. Everyone's got an account with Cookson's. Just give a screenshot of a receipt, invoice from Cookson's, and you should be able to be let in. It's over the 2 days, on the Sunday and the Monday. And Louise and I will be there, and it'd be lovely to see you all, wouldn't it?
Be great, yeah.
It'd be another good show. We enjoy it every year, don't we?
It's always fun.
It is, yes. So yeah, so please do come and see us. We would love to see you. Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so, not at the minute. Thank you guys. Yeah. Should we have some questions?
I think we shall, yeah. Don't forget, if you're not part of the At The Bench community on Facebook, we are on 6,100 now, gaining just about 1,000 a week. It's under 1,000 a week members. That's absolutely brilliant. Everyone's so lovely. Everyone's mentioned how lovely the group is, seen it grow, and everyone is so lovely and kind. So just search for At The Bench community on Facebook, or is it facebook.com/groups/At The Bench community.
.com.co.uk.org.uk.
No, don't confuse people.
Sorry, it's the way you said it.
facebook.com/groups/At The Bench community.
As simple as that.
It is as simple as that, yes. So just go on and please join. It's absolutely amazing. So Louise, questions?
Okay, I haven't got any. Hang on. Ina's still on holiday. Oh, lush. Let's have a look. Any questions?
And also, if you are coming to Olympia, Betts Metal Sales are there, and also Cookson's are there as well, and our good friend Lee Malseed is there demonstrating the PUK on the Cookson stand as well. So come up and say hello to Lee. Lovely, lovely chap. And there's loads of other stands there. It's promising to be a fantastic show. It gets better every single year, so we're looking forward to it. Sorry, Louise.
This is a very interesting question.
Very interesting.
Ina says, am I allowed to copy designs I see in the internet once I can do it, that is?
This is, I think,
It's hard to come up with something completely original now.
This is what I was going to say. To be able to come on and produce something completely original, I think is really, really difficult. A lot of people say, yes, you can copy it, providing you change like 15%, 20% of the design, then yeah, okay, and I get that.
Take inspiration from things, we all do that.
But we would like to say you take inspiration from it. You see perhaps sand casting. You know, it's very hard to produce a sand casting that is unique. You know, I did some sand casting 8-10 years ago that I thought was pretty unique there and then, and I did sand casting in cuttlefish and delved clay. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm going to bring it back out and do some other bits and pieces with it. But now I've seen there's people on there doing virtually exactly the same thing as what I did 10 years ago.
Things like casting object, like a twig, for example.
Yeah.
Twigs have been cast.
Yeah, for eternity.
Yeah. If you Google, I suppose if you like a design, reverse image it.
Yeah, take a photograph.
Yeah, take a photograph, a screenshot of the thing that you are thinking you're drawing your inspiration from. Take a picture of it, put it back into Google. What's it called? Google image search.
Yes.
And see what it throws up, because you'll probably find, or you might find, that there's multiple very, very similar, if not the same things.
Yes.
In which case you can just think, right, okay, well this is, I don't know, it's really difficult, isn't it? Because
what I would be very careful with is copying designs from people like Disney, Cartier, Van Cleef & Arpels, Tiffany, any of those big brands. Never copy, because they could come down hard on you.
Yeah.
And everyone will, the designs are so distinctive, they're going to go, that is a Tiffany, or that is a Cartier. Yeah. But then there are some Cartier designs that are very similar. There's like 3 strands, like almost like a Russian wedding ring on a loop. One of them is stone set. It's not necessarily unique to Cartier because that design has been used, but it's something that they are known for. So you've got to be really careful about. But draw inspiration. Have 3 rings, 3 different colours. Stone set the bail or the loop. There's lots of ways that you can alter it.
So that it's yours and not.
Yeah.
Anything you see on At the Bench, you can recreate to your heart's content.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't mind.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for.
Yeah, and I don't mind. It's like I'm in a gallery in Caerphilly. Yeah. In our next village, and there's another lady in the gallery, and she does the most wonderful piercing, and her pieces are quite different to mine. And I would never dream of making anything similar. Well, I couldn't anyway, because I haven't got her piercing skills for a start. But yeah, you just kind of like, what am I trying to say?
You would never dream of copying your neighbour's designs.
Yes, you don't poop on your own doorstep type thing, and for want of a better.
It's a very good word to say, yes.
Yeah, I think. Yes, because that's, if somebody did that to me 2 miles down the road, I might be quite right, a little bit upset.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're just drawing inspiration, it's a really good question, isn't it? Because where is the line?
Where do you draw the line? Exactly.
Where is the line?
Yes.
But yeah, anything on At the Bench is fair game.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's loads of projects.
Yeah, I'm happy for it.
And also somebody mentioned if it's a let's make video, you can copy. There's some amazing books as well. I've got, is it Michelle Ringgold?
Yeah.
Her book, she is the most fantastic botanical artist, silversmith, isn't she?
Yeah.
And I bought her book, and she does wonderful tutorials and things like that you can draw. I try to kind of like take her ideas and maybe
there's a
try and make them easier to make.
It's the technique that she has used to make something. You can use that same technique to make something else or something similar. Yeah. And that would be the way to go.
Yeah, and a lot of my ideas come from At the Bench projects, and I look at something and I think that looks a little bit like, I don't know, something else to me, and then I try and make it the other thing.
Yes.
I'm not explaining it very well, but I've got an idea in my head which I'm going to try out Friday, so perhaps I'll share it with you next week.
Yes, I was going to say that, but we'll leave that.
You can say if you want.
No.
Well, I'll say I'm happy to share. I don't mind if other people do it. It's we've been marking the lockets, haven't we? The At the Bench It's the final term on the diploma, and people have been making the most amazing lockets, which is basically a dome with a washer as a frame. I guess is the, can you draw it on the board, please? And I thought that would look lovely,
so it
oxidised inside.
So it's like a dome. It's very hard to draw, actually.
It's not.
And on the inside, there's a frame.
Yeah. So my idea was, and I saw that, and I've got the idea to oxidise.
There's the dome.
All the inside, polish the washer, oxidise all the inside, and we'll have little stars and tiny little gold granules on the inside as like a night sky sort of scene. And the idea is you're kind of looking into a telescope.
Yes, so you're looking into there.
So I'm going to experiment with that on. So, but I just got the idea from looking, and also sometimes you're looking and trying to get inspired, and you're trying so hard to be inspired that it doesn't come, does it? And then when you relax and you're not looking, you get an idea. Do you find that?
No.
Okay.
I don't design, do I?
Yeah, Star says team who copy designs. Yeah, they don't just copy designs, they take artists' photographs.
Yes.
And I know I've seen Castro Smith's designs on websites which are absolutely not anything to do with Castro Smith, and he's a famous engraver, isn't he?
Yes.
And they've stolen his pictures.
Yeah.
I know it's happened to lots of people.
Has.
Yeah, it's a big problem, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, great question, Ina. We could talk about that all day, but we probably better leave that one there. Stuart says, embarrassingly, I've dropped my saw blade holder on the floor and I now have a heap of saw blades of various sizes. Is there an easy way to identify them other than counting teeth per inch?
This is why I never have I never have saw blades. Have I got my tin? Where's my tin? I keep 3 Strokos. They are my only saw blades that I have lots of. I don't have them, to be honest. And what I do, I don't put them in a holder. It's great, we sell holders, but I'll keep them most probably in the wrappers still. And if I want 12, I'll just get 1 bundle. I'll put the rest in my drawer, and I have these by the side of my bench because I never change blades unless I have to. I don't worry about if I go from 1mm thick metal to 0.5 mm thick metal. I will keep the same blades. It doesn't help you, I know, but if I'm doing some very intricate piercing, I know, I will use 5/0, 6/0 blades. So the only way that you're going to be able to do it is each blade is obviously the teeth get bigger, but the blade also gets wider. So what you want to do is get yourself a digital vernier gauge or like a millimeter rotary gauge and measure the widths of the blades. So what you do, you have a whole bundle of blades, you measure it, you write on a bit of paper the widths. So that one will go in that pile, measure that, I don't know, 0.3, or that'll go in that pile, 0.4, that'll go into the one next to 0.3. And then you'll have then all the blades arranged in thicknesses. Then what you want to do is perhaps you would know what blades you've got. You would know, well, I had 6 Strokos. Okay, so where's the finest? So those are 6 Strokos, I know there, and you can work backwards from there. Perhaps you've got a pack of blades like this, not that one, this one here where there's blades in. You can measure the width of that one. You know what width that is. You know what width it is on your bit of paper with all the different widths, and that is the way to do it because each blade has a width. You can even go to the New Concepts site. Okay. So go to New Concepts, I think it's New Concept with a K, that's a K, newconcepts.com. Go onto there, they have a little chart and they will have 1 stroke O, 2 stroke O, 3 stroke O, and they then will have what width those blades are and how many teeth per inch. And that is a great little table because it gives you the widths of the blades that you can then relate to what you put down on your bit of paper, and you should be able to get it. As long as all the blades are pretty much the same width, it doesn't matter what size you write next to them, it's the widths that matter. So that would be the best way to go. And perhaps get a bit of Velcro on the bottom of your saw blade holder so it fastens up onto the bench. You can pick it up if need be, but then you can always put it back and the Velcro will hold it upon your bench. Good little tip. Thank you, Louise.
Okay, sorry, I missed a question. I am sorry, Sarah. Have you used a sandblaster for cleaning up?
No, I haven't. Many years ago when I was in university, I did this dome for this base for a clock. I had it sandblasted by another company, so I've never done it myself. What you can do if you wanted to have a go at some sandblasting would be to get yourself a big bucket and then get yourself a smaller bucket with a little hole in the bottom. Pour some sand into that smaller bucket, put your thumb over the end. Inside your bucket, wear some goggles and a mask, have your piece inside the bucket, and then let go of your hole, the finger over the hole, and let the sand come down, and it will sandblast your piece. And depending upon the height that you've got it, you may need 2 people to do this, one to hold it, and the other one then to move it round. You should be able to get a sandblasted finish hand done upon the piece. Just to have 1 or 2 done on their own commercially, I think would be really expensive, but a nice simple way of using sand or some shot or some grit, something like that, you should be able to get really interesting patterns by doing it that way.
Yeah. Okay, good, thank you. Jono says, hi there, completely new to jewellery making. I'm struggling on making a collet for a diamond ring. Can you help me?
Okay, so when you say a collet, do you mean...
There's more. Making a wire ring with a diamond, I'm making the collet out of wire. I keep melting the solder of the collet I have made when trying to solder it to the ring shank.
Okay, a good way of doing this is to get yourself a pair of straight-nosed cross-lock tweezers. Okay. Then
I've tried using easy and medium and hard solder and thermopaste. I have only got a basic torch. Is this something I would need a Smith's little torch for?
Okay. So no, you don't. What you want to do is to be able to try and solder all of your wires on your collet in hard solder. You can do this by getting yourself a pair of, just buy a pair of I'm using it because there's a base attached, but your cross-lock tweezers, okay? You've got one nose here, yeah. And what you want to do, you want to file a groove on the one tip. So that's a groove. And here's the other side of them. And here's the other nose. And what you want to do then is file across going along. Okay, so on one nose, on the inside, I haven't got another pair in here, have I? I do. Okay, so here's a pair. So what I would do on the inside of one of these, I would do file. You can file it with a normal triangular file or a square file. File a groove along the one, and then on the other one here you would file the straight. So now what you can do, when you come to attach your wires to your galleries, okay, here, because you now have got this wire coming down here, okay, and you've got this which is coming along this way, you can now use your, I can't really describe it very well, but now you can use your cross-lock tweezers to come down. You've got the groove on this side that will locate in the outside edge of this wire. You've got the little cross going along there that will locate in there, and that will hold that in place, which will help you keep everything together. And if you've got 2 of those, you could have your it depends on how you are doing. I don't know how you're particularly doing this, but what you could do is have your wires coming up. You could have the gallery across here. You can have one lot of tweezers by here, okay, another lot of tweezers here, holding it all together so you can solder these with hard solder. I know you'd have another one by here, but because now you've got hard solder on each joint, when you come to solder that onto your shank, you now can use easy solder without fear of the setting here coming apart. And that's what I would do. Once you've soldered it with hard solder, say hard solder melts at, I don't know, 800 degrees centigrade, okay? That hard solder will melt at 800 degrees. Once it's been melted, part of the properties of that solder has been burnt away. So you can come over here and heat this up. And if you heat that to 800 degrees, this solder, because it's been melted, perhaps may not melt at 800. It may melt now, for argument's sake, at say 830, because it's melted once. You can use 800 and you can solder here, solder this successfully without that joint coming undone. Once you've melted solder once, it takes a little bit more heat to melt it again. So by knowing this, you should be able to work on the claws. And having a pair of these, we normally sell them in our store. I haven't got any made up at the moment.
With the butane torch, it's probably making it harder, isn't it?
You still should be able to use the butane torch with it, but just remember, if you're using the tweezers, heat the tweezers up, because they're going to take a little bit of heat away from you. But by doing that, you should be able to practice to put all that together, and you should be able to. Yes, because one of our projects on our diploma is making a particular collet, and there is 10 solder joints within that area, because they have another gallery. They have their claws here, and then they have a gallery across here, and they have another gallery there. So obviously there's a claw here, a claw over the other side. So you've got one joint on the top ring, one joint on the bottom ring, and then 4 claws and 4 claws, and they can solder those 10 beautifully without any of the other solder joints coming undone. It's all about the direction of the torch. A butane torch, one of these little torches, should be no problem. Once you've done that with hard solder, soldering up onto the ring shank with easy solder is your best bet. But make sure one is hard, one is easy, because then there's quite a bit of difference between a melting point of easy and the melting point of hard.
And I guess be careful where you're pointing the flame.
Exactly.
Don't point the flame over a previous.
Yep. So basically, yeah. So what you want to do, if you've soldered over here and you're soldering this area, don't point the torch in that direction, because the heat will carry on and perhaps start to melt that. What you want to do is, once you've soldered this, come with the flame on the opposite direction to that to heat this up. So then there's no flame over here, and it's all about the direction of the flame.
Yeah.
Yes, so there we go.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Apparently the saw blade info is on the At the Bench workshop reference chart.
Even better.
Cool.
Didn't even know that. Have I got one here? Oh, I do have one here. Is it?
I use mine all the time.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
It is. Well, well, well. well. Let's do the overhead. So here it is. Yep. So here is our At the Bench reference chart. Can I zoom in on that one? There we go. So here's the information here that you need. Here's the blades. This is the blade thickness. This is the blade width. This is the teeth per inch. That's the drill size that you need to let the blade through. Recommended gauge of metal, and that's the millimeters, and that's the gauge. So there we go. You can always come back to that and do a screenshot. Excellent. Well done. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Yes, Luke.
No more questions at the minute.
Ah. There you go. Someone said you could use coarse grit from a tumbler for a few minutes to get a blasted effect. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
You could. Yes.
Good.
There you go. Okay. I'll have a drink. Oh dear. So, yeah, so please, anybody want to have a question, please put them in the chat. We would love to see them. What's everyone been saying? Limit the solders to medium and hard. People have a problem with medium solder, don't they?
Like
medium solder is not. It's a very strange one. Medium solder.
I generally use hard and easy. I use medium if I've got lots of soldering jobs in one thing, in one piece. Otherwise, I try and, I don't know, it just doesn't behave itself.
No.
I find.
A lot of people have problems with medium solder. Yeah, so we don't normally use medium, do we? We use easy and hard. Those are the best that we use. Yes.
Oh, what's for tea tonight?
What do we see we're going to have? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Oh, the other thing, should I mention about the marathon as well? I haven't really announced it.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
The other thing that I'm doing this year, last year Louise and I were doing the training for the Cardiff Half Marathon. We were raising money for the Silversmith and Jewellers charity. But this year, unfortunately, Louise is not doing it, but I am.
Unfortunately. Depends who you are, really, when you say that, doesn't it? Unfortunately, I'm not doing it.
So Louise has decided not to do the Cardiff Half Marathon this year, but I am, and my training is going decidedly very well.
Yeah, because you haven't got me tracking you down, running around after you. That's why you are doing very well.
I am. I'm doing really well. So if we haven't posted this at all, we will be doing it now over the next few weeks. So if you want to know all about it, you can go to atb.yt/run. And there's the information all about the Jewellers and Silversmiths charity. So I'm training to do the Cardiff Half, and that is in October the 10th, something like that. Don't know, she says, don't know. And as we says, my training is going rather well. I'm trying to do it in 1 hour 45.
I think that's ambitious.
1 hour 45. I did a run on Sunday. I did a 16k, and my time would have been, if I'd carried on running, and I could have done because I was still pretty good, if I'd carried on running, I would have done it in 150 at that speed. Admittedly, I had...
What is it, 20k, isn't it?
21.
21k.
Admittedly, I had 5k to go, but I was still okay, and I wasn't out of breath, and I was still managing fine. It was a nice relax. So if I can do it at 150, I can do it at 145.
Well, I take my hat off to you, because when I did it last year, I hated every second of it with all of my life. I really, really did not enjoy it.
You didn't, did you?
I really didn't. I enjoyed it up until about mile 10, I think.
Mile 10 or...
Mile 10.
Mile 10?
Yeah,
okay.
I remember getting to the 10 mile.
Was it Albany Road, Wellfield Road,
yeah.
by the rack, yeah. Yeah, you didn't like
it.
I
didn't like it afterwards, because I just... Yeah, it puts your body under a lot of stress.
It does.
I think.
It does. It does. Admittedly, I only trained for 1 day a week last year. I'm out 4 times a week.
Yeah, you're doing very well.
And I'm doing, really,
I just hated every second. Well, actually, no, I started off okay. And after the 10 mile mark, I started to think, I don't like this. And then my legs felt like they got shorter and shorter and shorter. And then I just stopped having fun.
You didn't like it, did you? But I loved it. I just loved the whole fact there's people all around you and they're cheering you on, and they say tap for power-ups and all that sort of thing. I thought it was really good. The kids were out.
I was like, get out of my way!
But they were they were good, because they had little boards, and all the parents were out, and it was really good. I just loved it. But so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Cardiff Half Marathon for the Jewellers and Silversmiths charity. I think last year we raised £1,100 last year, something like that.
Remember, I was happy with what we raised last year.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to sponsor me, please do go to atb.yt/run. We'll be putting more information up on social media, most probably towards the end of this week and going forward. So if you're interested, please do sponsor me. It would be lovely to raise money for such a worthy cause. Yes, Liz.
Good. Joanne says, you've mentioned before about using a die blade wheel. You've mentioned before about using a die blade wheel for sharpening drill bits, but how do I actually do it?
It is something that you've got to look under magnification. You could look under with your Optivisor. I use a microscope. So if you have a look at a drill, it's very hard to see, but a drill bit is, I gotta think how this goes now. So the point of the drill looks something like this. Okay, so one face, that is a cutting edge, and that is a cutting edge. But this cutting edge has to go back slightly, and this cutting edge has to come forward slightly. So what you have to do, so you have your drill, you then will put your drill up onto the dia blade, okay? So that's terrible because that should be that way. So this edge is flat on the blade. Looking down on top, there's the dia blade, there's the wheel there. So you put the drill, so this edge is by here. Okay, so there's your drill looking down at an angle. It's quite hard to try and... Okay, so your drill's coming in at an angle like this. But then you also have to then tip it backwards to allow these faces to be cut. If you just simply put it on the dia blade or whatever wheel you've got at an angle like this, it's not going to sharpen it because there's no sharp edge to cut. So then you tip it backwards and you sharpen that. Then you spin it around 180 degrees. So then you cut the opposite side and then you tip it backwards. If you do it under magnification, you can see, and if you look at the side of the wheel here, here's your wheel, you can now bring in that and you can see where this cutting edge is. Lean that backwards, you can cut the edge, turn the drill around 180 degrees, cut the opposite edge, lean it backwards, and then you should be able to get a nice sharp cutting face on. Looking down on top, you'll have something like that. So this would be the cutting face here, this would be the cutting face here. This is tapering back slightly, that is tapering back slightly. So as the drill turns in this direction, this edge will cut, that edge will cut. It's something that I need to do. I need to do a film on this for YouTube, but I need to do it under magnification to be able to cut it. But yeah, that's what you need to do. And sometimes even if the drill bit gets snapped off for some reason at all, you can grind it flat and then you can grind those angles back on. But that is how you do it. You put it on the edge of the wheel at an angle, so it's not going straight this way, it's going at an angle this way so the faces are parallel, then tip it backwards so the leading edge gets cut and the trailing edge is slightly lower. And that is how you do it. Yes, Louise.
Good. Now, Stephen, thank you, Stephen. Hit like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you, lovely. Ina says, last Monday you talked about 2 books of Alan Revere. That's so different that one would like to have both. Are they so different? The one was the ring resizing and repair book, wasn't it?
Professional Goldsmithing was one, and there's 2 versions out. It's that particular one.
Okay.
That's what we were talking about.
Right, okay.
So Professional Goldsmithing is out by Alan Revere. There's an oldish one, an old one. The original one doesn't have as many photographs. The later one has more photographs. The books are exactly the same in content. One is a little bit more detailed in the number of photographs. It doesn't matter which one you get, but they're exactly the same. Yes, Steve?
Alan is in our At the Bench community.
He is.
Very lucky.
We are.
We've got Alan Revere, we've got Charles Luton Brain, we've got Nance Ireland, we've got Kerry Gregory,
we've got Kevin Potter,
Alan Revere.
We've got all the big boys.
We really
and girls.
have, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have an immense amount of knowledge in that group.
Yeah, huge, world-class experts.
Yes. So yeah, ask on the group. I say I have both books, and I know I had the first book when it came out first. It's a great book, absolutely brilliant book. And then it was brought out again. There's a few more extra photographs that Bryn Morgan Press. Asked Tim McCreet to come in.
Yeah.
As well. Yes, but he's the publisher of Bryn Morgan Press.
We got Russell now as well, haven't we?
We got Russell.
Got Russell, wax carving
Wax
expert.
carving. Yes. Yeah. So we got all the boys and girls.
Exciting, very exciting.
Yes.
Okay, Susan says, I asked this question before but not clearly. What is the most money you would sink into a stretch bracelet? As in wholesale cost? Or...
It's a tough one, isn't it? How much money would you put into it?
Or would I sell it for?
Because there's stretch bracelets available from Clog-Eye, £139 retail.
I mean, I couldn't charge that if I made. Well, I could, I suppose, couldn't I?
It depends upon what it's made from.
Yeah. Are you going to, presumably you'd buy the beads, you wouldn't make the beads for that because it would make the cost silly, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Are you going to make the charms yourself, or are you going to buy them pre-cast, or are you going to buy them cast and finished?
Yeah. We've got it's a diamond whispers. What's it called? Hot diamonds?
They're not stretch bracelets.
Aren't they?
No, you said that last week.
I did.
Yeah.
Joma bracelets. They're stretch. What are they? £20?
Yeah, but they're not silver.
Aren't they silver?
No.
Really? Okay.
No.
So yeah, what would
silver plated? Oh, wholesale and manufacturing costs. Yeah.
If you go with the
you
clog
should be
eye,
able to make them for what are the beads?
Material cost
£3 for the beads.
Yeah.
Little silver beads. I would go for the macaroni beads because you're gonna make them in no time.
Yeah.
With them, because obviously they take up space. Yeah.
I don't think the materials.
It depends on the cost of your materials.
If you just have, this is the thing. How much do you want to spend to make it? Well, how much actually does it cost to make? Consider, you know what the circumference is going to be. You know that in millimeters. If you have 4mm beads, you can divide that circumference by 4mm. Then you know how many 4mm beads you're going to need to make it. You can get your cost from your suppliers on how much those 4mm beads would be. If you want to add one with a little jumping on it, or you just want to add a little jumping over the stretchy elastic to be able to put like a little charm on, it depends upon what your costs are. Then it depends then upon what you want to charge to make it. Then it's dependent upon your keystone, what profit margin you want to make then to actually sell it. So to give a price, it's very, very difficult, isn't it?
It is. I mean, if you're just going to make ones that are very, very similar to all the other ones on the market. I bought one recently because you weren't very happy with me, were you? Because I bought it from a competitor, but we don't do this particular brand. It's a brand called Uno de Cuenta, Spanish silver, but it's not a very high alloy, is it?
Yeah, very low silver content.
But I liked it. I really liked it, and it's got. I've got it on today, but it's not the what's it called? The elastic stretch cord. It's like a really thick. What do you say?
Is it like thread colour? Is it thread?
It's like kind of thick, like hair bobbly type.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is it like cotton?
And they're big, chunky, irregular beads anyway.
Platinum elastic.
Yeah, and I just like the look of it.
Yeah,
so I treated myself.
You did.
And I know it probably cost about £4 to make, but I still paid £15 for it.
You didn't pay £15. Everything's £15, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah. But no, what was it, 80 quid?
Yeah.
What was it, 80? Yeah, 80.
But isn't it nice sometimes to go and just have the experience of buying yourself something, even though you know you could make it for...
Yes. But that's the thing. You can do it. It depends upon in what position of the market you want to position yourself. And that's the whole thing. You know, you look at Tiffany. You look at the silver that Tiffany used. You could buy it for 1/10 of what they are selling it for. So are you like the Timex of the watch world, or are you the Rolex of the watch world, or are you somewhere in between? So it really depends upon you and about does the price that you're charging fit in with the rest of what you're manufacturing, what rest of the jewellery that you're selling. I would have thought, what's it going to cost? Silver, threading, time.
Depends on the size of the beads though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because like Victoria just said, I bought beads and it cost me about £40 in silver beads. I'm guessing they're going to be quite chunky beads.
Yeah.
Compared with the brand that we sell.
Yes.
For £139. They're very small beads. What are they, like 3 mil?
Yeah.
Something like that. But it's the name that sells it, isn't it? So it's
exactly.
And I think that, and I'm forever rethreading them. I'm forever restringing them, aren't I?
Exactly.
I get them usually about at least one a week. So, but then people just rag them, don't they? So, yeah.
So it's a very hard question to answer, but you have to be able to work it out
that
yourself.
Was for 5 mil beads, yeah. So they're a bit bigger.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Good. Next question.
Yeah, sorry, it sounds like we felt like we've been a bit evasive, but I don't really know. Depends what kind of stretch bracelet you want to make, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Materials. Okay. What's wrong with medium solder? I've only used hard solder so far.
People find that it's just difficult to use, isn't it? Sometimes it doesn't melt right. I don't know why.
I don't dislike it. I just don't always have cause to use it. If I will use it, if I've got to solder 3 different things fairly close to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have it and use it occasionally, but it's I wouldn't go for it.
I would never go for
unless
it initially.
I had to.
No, exactly.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it.
Personal.
Yeah. Would you recommend soldering every jump ring in a chainmail bracelet? I was thinking I'd add too much time, but not sure if I should sell one without soldering.
So it really depends upon what type of chainmail you are putting together. If you are putting together something like a Byzantine with with the links that go like that, I can't remember how it goes now, Byzantine. Links that, if you have lots and lots of interconnecting jump rings, personally, no, I wouldn't. If it was silver, if you're making it in gold, then I would solder, and I have done, I would solder every single jump ring on the Byzantine. If you are simply having, say, 2 rings with another 2 rings going through and 2 rings and 2 rings, if you don't solder these, there's not enough strength on the links to keep the links together should it be pulled. But by having multiple links going through and so forth, well then this isn't just one link taking the pressure, it's another link and another link and another link taking the stress and the pressure. If I was making it out of silver, the cost of doing it would be astronomical and I wouldn't bother. If it was gold, yes, I would. If you are making a lot of chainmail, why not invest in the like an Orion? What have we got? I can't remember what we've got. It's the permanent jewellery tack welders that cost.
What was the Sunstone one we've got?
Yeah, the Sunstone. Orion Sunstone. You can simply use a tack welder to tack these jump rings together as you would do with the permanent jewellery. Lampard have produced a PJ permanent jewellery welder. Helios, I think Pepe do is the Helios. The Sunstone Orion do another version as well. Even just the cheapest one is good enough just to close these jump rings. Not sure how much it was.
Chainmail, isn't it?
Perfect, yeah. Can't remember how much it was, but Walsh sell it. We've got one downstairs. We've also got the PUK, the Lampard pack as well. But Jasmine's used the permanent welder just to close jump rings on somebody's chain.
There's no stopping her now. She'll be on the PUK next.
She will, yes. So she's been very good at that. But that's what I would do. If it was gold, yes, because it's worthwhile doing. If it's silver, no. If it's multiple links, not necessarily. 1 or 2 links is not enough strength. Definitely solder them. But if you're doing a lot, invest in a little. I say Pepe do the Helios. I think the Curious Gems sell it. They're constantly doing adverts and social media on that. But Sunstone, Orion, if you come into the jewellery show, Sunstone are on the Walsh stand. Come and see those little machines in action. They'll have them there as well. Yes, absolutely.
Good. Okay. David says, looking at my At the Bench workshop reference guide, I see that the French gyms and Swiss don't have ring sizes below UK C.5. What do they use for the small sizes? I just think the tables that I got all these from didn't go below, but you could make up your own. Not make them up, but you can work out what they are. Yeah, you can research. We've got the this is French 42 3/4. This is 41 1/2. So you can be sure that you're going in
Yeah, so you can think around about a size C would be perhaps 39.5. Japanese, there's 1 on B, there's 2 on D. But you can work out what you've got and you can go back down.
Worst case scenario, if you've got 8 fingers, or if there's more of you, you've got available fingers to...
There's more of you.
No, not more of you. It's like there's just, a lot of the time there's 3 people in our workshop.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
we can...
Yes,
it's like when I was making those oval bangles before we did made the oval bangle gauge.
Yes.
And we were trying to size a bangle. Yeah, it's a bit of a long story, but
we just used people's wrists, didn't we?
Yeah, one of my mates who has got really small hands to help me out with sizing it, and it was, it worked.
Yes. So yeah, you can work on how much is one size. Perhaps it's 3/4 of a size. Then you can go down a size, 3/4 of a size less, and so forth. So you can do it, no problem at all. But I think that the information that I got all those years ago did not go down anything less than that size C. And I don't think there's many people who have finger sizes less than a C, although I'm sure there are some.
There's children, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Good. Okay, Sandra ran the NYC Marathon many years ago, and the kids in Harlem giving high fives were the best part. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Donald says, bought some solid gold bead wire recently, but meant to buy gold filled. Nervous now about doing the project.
No,
what are you going to do with it, Donald? Are you going to
just solder it
around a bezel, or
solder it into a ring?
Heat from underneath.
Yeah, if you solder it onto a bezel, yeah. And
then you're not putting the flame directly on the wire, minimising the chances of melting it, I guess.
Yeah.
Would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can also practice on some silver before you go on to the gold. Of course, yes.
Good. Okay. Do you see wax carving going away? I took a rhino class and it's easier for me than carving.
No, I think wax carving will always be here. Wax carving is easier. I feel wax carving is quicker. You literally within an hour you can carve, say, a signet ring or a particular shaped ring or a pendant within an hour. If you've got to do that with Rhino or Rhino Gold or 3Design or whatever it is you use in Blender, whatever, it's going to take you longer than an hour to put it onto the screen and then also print that out. Printing out will take 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, if you're making lots.
Yes, repetitive.
Yeah, then it's going to be worth the bother. But if not, and it's been hundreds and hundreds of years, isn't it? Wax carving's been used in jewellery, and lost wax casting, probably BC, isn't it?
It is. Yes.
There's evidence of it, so I don't think it's
never going to go away.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go away.
I think.
I'd love to learn CAD. But I don't know. I do quite. I love carving wax as well.
At the moment, your technical ability when it comes to wax is very good. You can do it very quick. You can get the idea of a shape within minutes. And you've got that shape in your hand. You can look at it. Oh, let's lighten it there. Look on there. Take a bit off there. Move it there. Take a bit off there. And you've got the physical thing in your hand.
Yeah.
When it comes to CAD, you've just got it on a screen.
And I love that that you've got an actual thing to show a client of you, and that people come in, and usually I do my carving.
Yes.
And then they come in and they say yay or nay. I've got a lady I'm doing a signet ring for, and it wasn't what she wanted at all, and she could say exactly where she wanted it changed, so I could so
and
whilst physical representation.
And whilst things look great on the screen, by the time you then have that on the screen, print it out, get that in your hand, you go, it's still not quite right. It's a bit thick there, or I could take it down there. That needs to be built up there. You go and do that up on the screen. You've got to then print that back out. All that takes time, and for me, time is money. And also the resins, when you're going to print it out, you can also send these STL files to a casting company who will print them out. They're going to charge you, I think for one little one that we did the other day was about £18 just for a setting. It wasn't quite right, and I'm glad I did it, because then I had that and I altered the thickness of the claws slightly. But without actually physically seeing it, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so if you're not going to make in volume, you've got to weigh up whether the cost of what you just said is worth.
Exactly. and depends then on how skilled you are when it comes to CAD. A lot of the your designs you can save. Parametrics get saved, so you do a signet ring in a size K, but you want that signet ring in a size P. You go back onto the tree, you change the P, and it changes the design for you. So then once you've got a library and a bank of designs that you've done, you then can change things far quicker and easier rather than starting from afresh.
Yeah, it's a skill, isn't it?
Absolutely, completely different.
Yeah.
Yes.
So no, in answer to the question,
no,
I don't think wax carving is going to go anywhere, and I'm still going to do it because I love it. And check out Wax Carvers, Sandy's wonderful tutorials and videos on waxcarvers.com website, because yeah, she's wonderful.
Yes.
If you like wax carving, you'll love it.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Anthony says, don't forget about me too. Yeah, Anthony's in the group. Yeah, come along and meet Anthony in the group. Yeah. Thinks of London used to make elastic bracelets. Yeah, they did. I like the look of them as well. I thought they were cool looking.
Yes.
Good. Wouldn't Argentium be harder for chain mail? It bends so easily. When you draw it down, it draws down easier. It's more malleable, so I would say it's softer than sterling. Great, you can fuse it, but then you gotta be careful, because when it gets to fusing, it's gonna slump. So it's gonna be very difficult to fuse every single link if the link is being propped up and rested, because as soon as it gets to that temperature, it will slump. And potentially break if you try and pick it up too soon. It just wants to fall apart, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's a very odd thing to see when it happens, isn't it? If you're not expecting it.
I was going through my drawer by the side of me here, and I've got a whole load of silver and Argentium silver for some projects for At the Bench that I haven't done yet. So I just saw them today, and I must get onto that.
My Argentium experiences. Oh, so have you seen our Argentium workshop? It was wonderful. We had Matthew DeWard, who is an Argentium expert here, basically leading the workshop, and Andrew's very sceptical about anything new. As you know, he's a bit suspicious of anything that's not. It's
not. Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was impressed.
You were seriously impressed.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I loved it.
Once you understand and get your head around its limitations, it's great fun.
You can work around them, and the advantage of the Argentium then overtakes its limitations once you understand that.
Yeah, generally I think when I've used it in conjunction with 925, so you play to the strengths of each metal.
Yeah.
So you can, once you understand that, you can get the most out of.
Yes.
You can get the most out of it, can't you?
Yes.
I'm gonna say, yeah, cool. Carrie says yes, it will be Byzantine or 6-in-1. I only make jewellery as a hobby and sell by word of mouth, no advertising. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. Good. I tried to learn Blender, drawing the donut, decided that at 69 I don't have enough life left to carry on. Because I was going to take the course with you, wasn't I? And I just thought, no, I'll stick to gemstones instead, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It is hard.
I'd like to learn, but maybe one day. Yeah, that's the thing. It's more work than you think, isn't it? You kind of think.
And you've got to use it and remember how to do it.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody last week who said that he works with a CAD person who is so quick and so slick, because that's all he does. Yeah. That's his area of expertise, but it takes a lot of training and a lot of practice, and to get to that stage where you're.
Yeah, you've got to practice it every day, otherwise, because I forget.
And accurate.
I forget so much.
Yeah. Yes. Do you have any plans for more workshops? Yes, we do.
We do. We have a knotted workshop. We have a Get Knotted workshop.
Yeah, when are we going to do that then?
We don't know yet, because we've been so busy. We've got to work on that. So apologies for not having these regular workshops, but it's Louise's fault, because she's studying all the time and doing her qualifications. So yes, we are doing one. What?
I just had an email from GIA. Sorry, carry on.
So yes, we're going to do a knotted. Louise has done some lovely knotted rings, knotted bracelets, Celtic knots, those sort of things. I've been working on some ideas as well over the weekend. So yeah, over the next few weeks, we'll be notifying everybody on our next workshop. And it is going to be all about knotting bracelets, knotting rings and things like that. Various types of knots. Yes, you have anything, Louise?
Yes, I can confirm that you have indeed passed this course. Congratulations.
Hey.
Now that you've completed the lab class and online course, nothing else is needed for Graduate Diamonds Diploma.
Yay, well done.
Please allow a few days to receive your certificate/diploma. How wonderful.
Well done. Congratulations. Live on air.
Yay! I shouldn't have been looking at my phone, but I have been hoping, because I think California are just waking up now and probably getting into work around about now. So I guessed it would be, because they're quite on the ball with their emails.
Well
so
done.
yes!
Good.
I think we'll have a bottle of pop tonight.
I think another bottle of pop. Why not?
Yes, and then you can post your
my reel.
Your reel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you. Good.
I'm milking it a bit, guys. Now, aren't I? Sorry.
She hasn't stopped going on about it all weekend, has she? But that's fine. It is. It's something that someone said, well, why don't you do it? Andrew, why don't... And I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. There was something that I was looking at, again, with the GIA, and I don't want to do exams. I don't want to sit down and be pressured, and I don't want that pressure. At my time in life, I can't take that. I still have nightmares about when I was in university, doing my degree and the exams that were related with that.
I've had nightmares.
I don't like. I'm sure you have, yeah. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm happy doing my learning by whatever means, as long as there is no exam, there's no test at the end of it. I am completely happy.
Thank you, guys.
Well done, Louise.
Do you know what I dreamt? I dreamt I was back in the lab class, and I did it all correctly, but there were sweets on the table and I ate all the sweets, and they were like, well, you weren't supposed to eat the sweets, and I was like, that wasn't part of the exam, and I ate the sweets as I was doing the exam, and they said, you haven't passed now because you ate the sweets. And I think that's maybe what's made me nervous about announcing anything.
Yeah, you ate too many sweets. And you didn't pass because you ate the sweets?
Because they ate the sweets. I wasn't supposed to eat the sweets. And I was like, you can't fail me for eating the sweets that were put out for me. And they were like, but you ate them all really fast. And I was like, oh my goodness, you can't do that. Yeah. Oh, thank you, guys. Oh,
thank you. Good. On that note, should we then there?
I think so. Were there any more? Thousands of years. Wax has been used in jewellery making and statue carving for millennia. Fun fact, sincere comes from sansera without wax, meaning pure with integrity, not bogged. Oh, that's interesting.
Nice, yes.
Thank you.
Well, quickly, Donald says, does Argentium make good balls? Yes, it does.
It makes lovely balls.
It makes lovely balls. Lovely shiny balls, because don't forget, it does not oxidise. So yes, it makes lovely, gorgeous, perfectly round balls.
It's nice if you can get...
They also then, you can fuse them onto the Argentium as well, so there's no solder involved. But
I made a ring, didn't I?
But once it's fused, it will never come off. So you can't fuse it in the wrong place and expect to move it, because once it's fused, it's exactly where it is.
I made a... Sharon's got it. I gave it to Sharon for Christmas because she liked it. And it's 3 big Argentium balls. And I put it on a 925 shank, because of the collapsing thing. So this is a good example of using playing to the strength. So the balls are gorgeous, aren't they? They're just like really
stay bright.
Yeah, they're a gorgeous shape. They're very regular. They're just smooth. So they're Argentium, because I tried to make another one in 9 karat gold and it doesn't look as good.
No.
Because they haven't quite got the plumpness of the Argentium.
No, it doesn't.
So,
no.
Yeah. Good. Good. Did you try any more saws?
Well, funny you should say that. Oh gosh,
what are you doing?
I've just stood on it. Yeah, because I went looking for all my saws, and I got. Oh, sorry, ouch! It's my head. So yeah, I've got. There we go. So these are just some of the saws that I've got. Here, Louise has got the green lion, but I've got like the Grobe, I've got an adjustable 3-inch, adjustable like 5-inch, another adjustable, don't tell, Durston one, but the handle just fell off the bottom of that. Another like a Swiss Grobe one, the Haymaker, and I got 4 new concepts. One is quite a deep throat there. That's the Haymaker. chuck that on the floor.
Is there another one in the shed here, or is you just that one in the...
I don't know, but I got, and there's a new concept with the, so I have got lots of saws. So yeah, if you join the community, at the bench community, I put a little post on there. What saws do you have? A lot of people just have the simple fixed frame. Well, I've got another one there as well. Some of them have got the haymaker. See my review on that on YouTube. It's personal, that is. New concepts, so those are all my saws. And we got more saws downstairs as well, haven't we? We got the green line, we've got more fixed frames downstairs. So yes, we love saw frames. So yeah, I must do a review. I want to do a review next on the new concept saws, because I'll tell you all about these as well. And then I'm going to do a film for At the Bench, going through every single saw that I've got, telling you all about them, the goods, the bads and the uglies. Thank you, Anna. Yes. Good. We shall leave it there, shall we?
Good. Are you saving those adjustable saws for Halloween?
Bonfire night, actually, I was going to save them and put them on the bonfire.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No, but they're there for a reason, because...
Some people like them. I mean, who are you to judge?
Exactly. Yeah, again, it is literally all personal, and that's what we found with the haymaker. I think there was a lot of hype at the time when the haymaker was released, and everybody jumped and bought one because all of the things that they said about it. But all the comments on the YouTube film are pretty much the same, and everyone says they've bought it, but they haven't found it to be as good. So we're going to leave it there. So we're going to leave it there, aren't we, Louise?
Yes.
But yeah, I want to know your thoughts. It's all personal. There is not one saw that is right for everybody. A lot of people love the haymaker. A lot of people love the new concepts. A lot of people love adjustable saws. And there's nothing wrong with any of the saws.
If you want to, I'd say this every week, I think, since we've been doing the saw thing, is if you can get to South Wales and you want to try them all, come here and try them all.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Yeah? And if you are...
I mean, obviously we don't sell them, but... Well, we sell
adjustables, we sell fixed frames.
Do we sell adjustables?
Yes, I have succumbed.
Yeah, but if it's not the one for you, it's an expensive...
It is.
Or it can be an expensive thing, can't it? But
yeah, some people like the handles. Yeah, some people like the handles.
We love visitors.
we do, yeah. Some people like the handles. Some handles feel good. Some handles are not. The plastic ones, some people like that. Some people like... Do you know what? There is not one saw, as I said, that is right for everyone. Everyone has their own personal feelings with whatever saw it is, and that's my personal. Anyway, shall we go?
I think we should.
Go and get a bottle of bubbly to celebrate your success, Louise. Good. All right. Anything else we need to say before we go?
I don't think so. Thank you, guys.
Yes. So very well done for Louise for passing her GIA graduate diamonds. And we'll post that on social media, perhaps tonight, perhaps tomorrow. I get 2 minutes to finish it off. Good, should we go?
Yes, awesome.
Right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your week. More information regarding the half marathon and sponsoring me will be available. If you want to sponsor me, I would love you to.
I'll sponsor you.
Oh, thank you, Louise. No one sponsored me so far. I've only just mentioned it to everyone. But yes, it's on Just Giving, isn't it?
Yeah. You set it up.
It's the same as last year.
Oh, yeah, Just Giving then, yeah.
Just Giving. It's on there, atb.yt/run. It would be lovely if you could. Be fantastic. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week. I used to have an automatic saw. Nice. You can get... Yes. Anyway, let's not go into it.
Perhaps we'll try and get a little party in Cardiff on the day of the run.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to come and cheer you on.
Yeah. All right. Should we go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your week. Louise, say goodbye.
Bye.
Everyone, take care. We'll see you all very soon.